Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'd like to share my personal story of struggling with depression as a college student. Now, I know it's difficult to talk about this topic, but I want everyone to know that anyone going through this phase, they're not alone in their struggles. I know it's going to be an emotional story for me to tell, but let me take a deep breath and start at the beginning of my story. It all started when I was a freshman in college. I was so excited to start this new chapter of my life, new college, new friends, and a new city. But as days went by, I started to feel more and more overwhelmed. I couldn't seem to keep up with my classes. I struggled to make friends, and I felt like I didn't belong. At first, I thought these were normal feelings that everyone goes through when they start their college. Like, I was missing my hometown, so maybe it was homesickness. But as time went on, these feelings intensified. I found myself spending more and more time in my dorm room, skipping classes and ignoring my responsibilities. Now, people said it was bunking classes and all, but I just couldn't catch up with the classes, so I had to skip it. I don't know how to explain this, it's too difficult. It wasn't until I hit rock bottom that I realized I was dealing with something much bigger, not just homesickness. I started to have panic attacks and I couldn't control my thoughts. I felt like I was drowning in my own sadness and that nobody understood what I was going through. Now, everyone who goes through depression can relate to this. We feel like we're going through something and that nothing understands what's happening with us. It's a very difficult stage. It was then I realized I was struggling with depression. At first, it was very difficult to admit that I was going through this because I was always the overachiever. I was always someone who advocated for mental health issues and against bullies and everything. But now I was a victim of something that I'd always advocated for. Admitting that to myself was one of the hardest things I've ever done. I felt ashamed, weak, and like a burden to those around me. It felt like no one would want to be friends with me or nobody would want to date me. And I thought, like, now this is the end. I shall quit college. There's nothing for me in this world. Now, that period of 2 to 3 months, it was very difficult. But as time went on, I slowly began to open up to my friends and family. At first, they were like, it is just a phase that late teens go through, and you'll get over it. But no, that was not the case. It began going more and more, and my family were really supportive. They said like we're here for you, we'll do everything, but they also thought like it's just a phase and that I didn't need to go to a therapist. And even I myself didn't wanted to go to a therapist. I I later on looked up at the fees of some therapists. I don't know about other countries, but in the country where I live, the fees were too high. It was something that I couldn't afford on my own. I start I started feeling more bad now. But later I luckily started seeing a therapist. It was very difficult at first. Like, I had to talk about everything that's going on my mind to someone stranger whom I never know. But then I worked hard to develop coping mechanisms that helped me deal with my depression. Now, it wasn't easy and it isn't easy, but slowly things are starting to get better. I know there are days even today where I feel like I just sort of keep on sleeping forever. But now I feel like it's time we open up about our problems, that people need to know that depression is not just some normal negative thoughts that everyone goes through, it's something more deep and darker. Now, as I sit here and share my story with all of you, I want you to know that you're not alone. Depression can make you feel like you're the only one struggling. Even I felt like it. I felt like what I'm going through, nobody knows or nobody could relate to it. Even someone with depression can't relate to my story. I felt like what I was going through is one of the toughest things that anyone goes through. From an overachiever to a student who failed, my grades were gradually decreasing, and my friends were starting internships or job placements. While here, I was having difficulties getting out of the bed. I know it happens, it's really terrible, but yeah, but the truth is, there's so many people out there who know exactly what you're going through. Don't be afraid to reach out for help. Talk to a trusted friend or family member. Now, I repeat again, a trusted friend or family member. Because sometimes your friends or family members, they'll take it very lightly and it further increases your negative thoughts. And if you can, then seek professional help. It's not a sign of weakness to ask for help. Now, I used to see a lot of motivational videos as my grades started falling down. And, the motivators, they used to say, like, problem is you need to work hard, you need to burn out and everything. They said, like, work 12 hours, 13 hours, and whatnot. But dude, I'm having difficulties getting out of the bed. I can't concentrate for 12 minutes. How can you say that I should be concentrating for 12 hours? So, yeah, when you're going through such a phase, I advise you not to listen to those motivational speakers who don't understand that there are people, the students who have to deal with mental health issues and all. Whatever you're doing, it's fine. Your baby steps are going to take you to new heights. Remember once again that it's okay to not be okay. And it's okay to take a step back and focus on your mental health. If you feel like taking a gap year or quitting your career and do something else, then it's okay. As long as it helps your mental health, go for it. You deserve to be happy and healthy. And sure, with the right tools and support, you can get there. So, to all the students out there who are struggling with depression, I see you, I hear you, and I'm here for you. You're not alone.